What's going on, family? Welcome to episode 18 of the TAAP Show Live Podcast. We got special guest 3-4 in the building. It's going to be a great show. My brother, what's going on?
What's good, brother? What's good, man? How you been?
Just trying to take care of business, living life, trying to get to these goals and these dreams I want to live each and
Listen,
every day.
listen, man. I was just reading a book, and it's like, man, we forget to take the present as the gift, man. So I know we be grinding hard and we be going, chasing these dreams, chasing these goals, and we forget, man, the moment that we living in is the moment. That's the gift. So
So
enjoy that,
true.
brother.
Boy, you
Enjoy that.
dropping gems already on the podcast. Boy,
I was waiting. We ain't been on it in
hey
a minute,
man,
man.
you got to stretch first. You know what I mean? Get your neck rolls in. You got to put your feet together, touch your toes. Then you got to drop the gems. But he came on it all.
They
But
wasn't ready
yeah,
for it.
they
They
ain't ready
wasn't ready
for it.
for it.
But yeah, like I said, man, it's my brother 3-4. Welcome to the TAAP Show Live Podcast, episode 18. And this is my brother. You go ahead, 3-4.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? It is your boy Arnold at Arnold's Thoughts Podcast. You know, we talk overseas basketball every single day. And more than that, when I reference overseas basketball, I'm referencing life, because that's all this is at the end of the day, man. Dudes, what up?
100%, bro. Hey, man, just getting through this basketball grind, but I appreciate you saying, like, stay in the moment and appreciate where your journey has taken you. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I get caught up in, like, where I need to be in the future so much. I be looking too far ahead. You know what I mean? I need to just stay right here, appreciate what's going on right here, right now, and then, still work towards my goal, but just realize that I'm headed in the right direction. And sometimes we don't praise ourselves for going in the right direction enough. You know what I mean? Because it's easy to go in the wrong direction from your goal and just hanging around the wrong people, being in the wrong surroundings. So, yeah, I'm glad to see we're doing good. And here to talk overseas basketball. Like you said, we're just trying to inform everybody who love basketball, whether you want to be a pro or just a big fan of basketball, what it's like to be a professional basketball player playing overseas, you know what I mean? So today's going to be a good episode. We're going to hop right into the first question. What has been some of your craziest moments playing professionally overseas?
Man, see, I think the thing is about going 9 years is you forget some of the crazy moments that is. I know there's so much more, but I got two. I got two good stories for you. One is real crazy. It was like my second time in Colombia. I believe I told this story before. I'll refresh the people though. So when I played 3 seasons in Colombia, this was my second time. I
Mm-hmm.
made it to a really good team in the capital. They're called Bogota Piratas, right? So
Mm-hmm.
one of my old teammates made the team, made a phone call to the coach, said, hey, you looking for a four-man? Boom, sign me on the spot. So I'm like, bro, this is my guy. He got me a gig. You feel me? He didn't forget about me. We hooped the season before. So, so we had a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how normally if you're living in the same area as one of your teammates, you kind of see their interactions, what they do on game days. You just see how a person lives, right?
Yeah.
You just really get to see how other
You
people
become
live up
family
close and
with your
personal.
teammates, low key.
Right, if you got the right teammates. That's another story for another day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But normally it's game day. He goes up to the room like every hooper does, take their nap before the game, eat, nap, get ready to go. So I see him like the coach pulls up to pick us up. I see him just talking to the cleaning lady. And my first thought was, bro, you don't speak Spanish. So what
Mm-hmm.
is it you could be talking to her about? Because she doesn't speak English.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking like, what is going on? But I ain't really paying no attention to it. Coach pulls up, comes to pick us up. I'm looking at him. I'm like, bro, do you got your bag? We finna go to the game. That's what I'm telling you. He's like,
Mm.
we finna go to the game. So he was like, oh, we got a game today? So I'm trying, I'm really trying to like see, like, I know something is off, but I'm not there yet. It's not clicking like, bro, something's up with dude. But I'm just, so we got a game today. Let's go, bro. Go get your stuff. Let's go. So
Mm.
we get to the game. We're about to do warm ups. He's like, I forgot my jersey. You forgot your game?
What? Hold
He's
on,
like, I
hold on,
forgot
hold
my
on, hold
jersey.
on, hold on, hold on. First of all, where this dude was from? What city were you from? I
He
gotta
was
know.
from New York. He was from New
Oh,
York.
says a lie, boy. Something about the New York boy. Hey,
I already know what you're talking about.
man. But yeah, and also, what I was about to say, how old was he?
At that time, he was probably, we was both in, that was our early years, so 25, 25. He had to be either
Bro, you
24,
still too
25 in that
old
range.
to. You still too old to be forgetting your jersey, bro. Like, come on.
But
Go
that's what
ahead,
I'm
though.
telling you, there was something up.
Oh, go ahead, go
That's what
ahead.
I'm
All
saying.
right,
This is
let me
we're
finish the
getting
story.
into it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're getting into it. We're getting
I'm
into it. So
invested.
we
I'm invested.
you got okay. So we get to the gym, right? And he's like, yo, I forgot my jersey. So the coach is like, oh, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? We got extra jerseys. Don't worry about it. And he just broke out, started crying. Just started crying to the coach, and the coach was like, yo, bro, it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, don't worry about it. You know? So time moving on. This is before the game. This is before the game. So time's moving on. He comes up to another one of my teammates, snatches his jersey. He was like, bro, what are you doing? That's my jersey. He's like, nah, this is my jersey. So they're literally
Did he
fighting.
take did he take it or he snatched it?
I just seen, and this is the crazy part. I seen the jersey in my other teammate's bag, and I just see him take it out of his bag like, you got my jersey. And he's like, bro, that's my jersey. What are you talking about? He's like, nah, this is my jersey. He's
Oh
like,
man.
look at the number. The number on the back is not yours. There's a name on it. So I'm really like, bro, there's something wrong. It's got to be something wrong. Get into the game. He gets like in crazy foul trouble mad quick, has to come out the game. So he's really playing like 10 minutes. He really played like the whole game, like 10 minutes. I just remember specifically on the court. We was on offense.
Mm.
And then we trying to pass the ball in. He starts playing defense on the other team while we're offense.
What? Y'all, hold on. What colors was y'all wearing that night? That don't make no sense
Black.
whatsoever.
We were
What?
wearing all black. They were wearing all white.
Hey,
I
what happened
wish.
there? What
I
happened there?
wish I
Like,
was making this up, bro. I
what
wish
did
I was making
what
this
did
up.
y'all? I know y'all confronted him on that. What did he say when y'all asked him? Like, what
He
would you
was
do?
he was just like not in his right mind the whole night, bro. He just wasn't like
Yeah,
from the before the game till after, like during the game, because we
yeah.
ended up like winning by like some crazy like last second stop. We got up one, and then got to stop to end the game. So we turned because that was our first time like back to back. Yeah, we didn't beat these dudes. We starting to move up in the ladder like we turned ready. Like, yeah, man. He walks inside the locker room and was like, "Why is everybody cheering? It's only halftime." Like, bro, what is going on? Like, you really gotta be like, bro, are you good?
Man, it's only one answer I can think of now that you told this story. Like, yeah,
And look, dude was a straight shooter. Didn't drink. He never smoked. Like,
he
so
had to
I
be
know it
on
wasn't.
something, Arnold. He had to be
No,
on something.
I'll get
He
to that. He
had to
wasn't
be
on.
on
That's the
something.
crazy part, bro. He wasn't on anything. I know that's what you was gonna say. He was probably on something. Dude didn't do nothing. Like, we took him. I'm gonna get to that part. All right, I'm gonna get to that part. Moving on. So we get home. We get to the back to the hotel. We all stay in the hotel, and we're all just like parlaying inside my room. For y'all who don't know what parlay is, chilling, not doing much. Anyways, parlaying, parlaying inside my room after the game. We just talking about the game, and dude's just talking something like crazy. Like he's just talking about some like I don't know what we need to do. We need to go back to the motherland. There's a conspiracy. Like he really just started. And this dude don't talk. Just the stuff he was talking about, I was just like, what is going on? But I was like, you know what, bro? You need to chill in the room for a bit because we need to watch you. Because I knew something ain't right, right? So it's all three is
Hey,
three imports.
man,
Me, him,
you know what they call that? They call
what?
that tequila. He was on that tequila and he blacked out.
He don't drink, bro. He don't drink.
He don't drink
He
in front of
don't drink.
you. He don't drink
No, he
around
don't
y'all
drink.
or in front of
Listen,
you. That
I'm gonna
man
tell you.
starts
Oh,
on
let me
max.
finish. I'm
Go ahead.
telling you, bro. He don't drink. He don't drink.
Go ahead.
So he stayed in the room till about 3 in the morning, right? So I get a phone call from this dude like 4 in the morning. I'm like, bro, what's up? He was like, what time does breakfast open? I just hung up. I just hung up the phone. I just hung up the phone, bro. I just hung up the phone. I just hung up the phone. You're tweaking. I, ju- I just literally hung up the phone. Come on, bro.
Oh man.
So I'm really like I don't know. I'm downplaying the situation. I'm downplaying the situation. About 5 in the morning, like both of my teammates came. Boom, 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 beating down my door. Yo, Arnold, get up, bro, get up. It's like 5 something in the morning. I'm like, what is going on? So they both run to my door like, hey, bro, he up there tripping. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go see. So I'm like, you. First of all, you wake up in a frantic state, and you just hear like to see my teammate's eyes, how shocked he was. Like he was so shocked. Like, bro, we gotta go do something, bro. He's really tripping. Like he's really tripping. So we go to his door, and all you hear is, my legs. Steph Curry. For context, bro is good now. Everything is good. You feel me? This
He
is just a
sobered up. Hey,
story.
that's what that tequila do
He
to you,
wasn't.
boy.
He didn't drink, bro. He didn't drink. I'm trying to tell you,
Tequila
he
make you
didn't
black
drink.
out, kids. Don't drink
He
tequila,
didn't.
kids. It'll make you black out and do crazy stuff.
Look, dude is good. Will, see, my teammate just came in. Will, he was with me. So perfect. He came in, right? We came to the door. It's all three of us. We opened up the door and like bro was like foaming out the mouth, face full of like snot, foam. Dude just got it on my boy Will. He looked,
Will is 3-4 capping right now? Is Arnold capping?
look,
Is
he
this
walked in, like as soon as we opened up the door and he seen his face, he just froze. Like, no. I'm not going in there messing with that. No way. Once he seen his face, bro, it was really shocking because, bro, he went from just like already tripping to like foaming around the mouth and the nose snot, and it was crazy. So the center, our homeboy, the other one, the other import, literally grabbed him. This dude was like mad, swole, big, the undersized bigs, so they extra stocky. He just grabbed him, put him down, put him in like a police lock. Just like, nah, bro. Before you do anything, you ain't going nowhere, bro. You ain't going nowhere. It was crazy. It was crazy. We took him to the hospital, ran every test. He was 100% fine, bro. He had not one toxic in his body. It was the craziest thing I ever
Does he
seen. He had
remember
not.
that? Does he
I
remember
don't
that?
know. I don't know. I really don't know. All I know that was the last time he hooped.
Man, that is a episode to say the least. Cause bro, if you, I don't get like how you could be consciously making those decisions, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and all the decisions that leading up to that's like a movie almost, like a horror
Bro,
movie, bro.
that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. It was the craziest moment of I think of my overseas life, bro. That moment was probably the craziest that I've ever just dealt with. Like dealing with somebody not being 100% there, and that's what people don't understand. Like, bro, you're living with people that you have no background of who these people really are, so you don't really
Major
know.
facts, bro.
Maybe he was on medication. Maybe like really from my perspective, I felt like he probably had like some, I don't know. I don't want to label nobody, but saying he probably was a little bipolar. Don't know,
Mm,
because that's the only other that's the type of actions you would take, because you didn't have no. I'm telling you, he did not have one drink,
mm,
no alcohol, no other substance in his body. This man did not do any of that, and to flip like that for a whole day, for the whole day. I'm talking
yeah,
about before a game till the next day, something was up, bro. And
yeah,
we don't be realizing who we be staying with. You
that's
just
true.
thinking you hooping.
Speaking of, just mental health is real these days, and it's like a major topic for a lot of people, and just like you know, overseas hoopers, he might have forgot his medication on accident, not even meant to like not take his medication,
Mm-hmm.
and it be like that. You probably didn't, like you said, he probably didn't know how to speak a lick of Spanish, or what was the main language? Where were you hooping at?
No, I wasn't. I was in Colombia at this time.
Okay, what like they speak Spanish in Colombia?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
They speak
yeah.
Spanish.
So like, yeah, he ain't no Spanish, and there's no way he could get his medication. So he probably just had a flip out moment, you know what I mean? Or I don't want to call it a flip out moment, but just a moment where he needed, some
Something was.
proper care.
Yeah, yeah. He needed some. He definitely needed some proper care, and that's good. You touched on that mental health. Do whatever you have to do for your mind to make sure your mind is right when you do anything, especially when you're going out here playing on in these other leagues, because you think it's all about basketball. We've said it time and time again. It's not all about basketball. It's about really having your mind strong enough to survive all the stuff that comes with this basketball stuff, bro. That's really when we speak about mental health for hoopers. Listen, because we didn't even talk about, because thank God we ain't in that position yet where we have to retire, and you talking about been doing this for almost 10, not even 10, since we're like 5 years old. There's always hoops.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just got to stop playing. Your
Mm-hmm.
mental that shift in your life, that'll mess your mental up. So, guys, take care of yourselves, man, straight up, because this overseas life, boy, if you want to get tested mentally quick, come on aboard.
100%.
Come
It's not.
on, boy.
It look good on social media, and has its up moments, its perks for sure, but come with a lot of the same opposite, negative stuff and a lot of mentally challenging stuff. So you definitely gotta be on your toes. Do you got any other stories? Like,
Yeah, I do have one. I got one more, but this one probably not as diabolical as that one was. But
that
this
was
one
a
was pretty
trippy
crazy.
story, that first one.
That one was by far the craziest moment. That was probably my number one craziest moment overseas. But this one was also kind of, I couldn't believe what I just saw type, and how would I respond if it happened to me. So this
Mm-hmm.
one's not as long. So we're inside the game. It's a playoff game, and I'm with this team. They just brought me in for the playoffs. So we're in the game. We won game one. It's a close game, and you could tell this one guy has a real good relationship with the coach, I suppose. Like that, you could tell they have a relationship. And I was playing in Ecuador at the time, and they don't really respect the basketball like that. Let's just say, like, there's very much different levels to organizations and teams. And not to say too much, but they was not like, it was just, that's all I'm gonna say. You already
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yep.
So we're in the game, but we're tied. We're at home. We're tied, and the guy who the coach trusted so much, you could tell that was his boy, ran a play for him to get the ball to, like, for the last shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So play draws up. We run through it. It sets like a down screen. He comes off the down screen to catch it in the corner. They threw it to him and hit both of his hands. He just dropped it. It went right between both. Like he clapped it and just
Mm,
lost it. Like
mm,
just bad hands at that moment.
mm,
They get the ball, they win.
mm,
So we're going into the locker room, and he is going like he was speaking in Spanish. My Spanish wasn't 100% on par at that time, but I know he was tripping on him. Like,
mm.
hey, I trusted you with the rock, and you messed up the play. Why I give you the ball? And it was like, what are you talking about? And he just read back and just slapped him. Blow!
Hold on. The coach
Yes.
slapped the player? Damn.
Yes. Listen, bro, he slapped that man, and I'm not talking about no, hey, what you doing? I'm talking about, bro, used to play basketball. The
He was an
coach used to
American?
hoop. Nah, he was an American. I was the only no, I wasn't the only import there. You know BJ. You remember BJ from
Yeah.
Atlanta? He
Yeah.
was the other guy on the team. It was
Mm,
me and him. But the coach used to be a hooper, like he was like a four-man, so he got some size on him. And
yeah.
his hands is mad big. When I say, bro, it wasn't like no little, it was like, wow, like I was like, oh my God, bro. Like I was literally shocked, bro. I was shocked. I could like forget losing the game. What is going on, bro? What is going on? There's no way.
Man.
There's no way, bro. And he was just the player was just shocked. Like coach is still going crazy. He was still spazzing. And like they literally had to like wrestle him out of the locker room. It was wild. That was
So
just the most I would never forget that. I will never forget that. Like I've never seen that since then. I've never seen something like that.
that's beyond wild because I'm gonna tell you straight up. My coach hit me. That's gonna be your last time hitting me, my boy. I'm whooping
Oh
your
man.
ass. But that's some crazy stuff. Nah, for real though.
That listen, I that will be forever etched in my brain as like, okay, this is crazy. You hear
A slap is
me?
outrageous, bro. Like,
It was outrageous. I'm not talking about no. It was really like on those movies type. Like the what's those like slap boxing, the slap boxing competitions. It was one of
bro, they done
those,
made
bro.
it a full competition out of that joint,
Or how they
man.
do it like this, they put their hand. Ow, bro. He slapped bro so hard, man. It was like, oh, they have a special relationship. To slap me, listen, Rashad, Deuce, we are my best friend. But if you ever in your life put your hands on me like that, I'm sorry.
It's over with, bro. It's over
It's
with.
you know we gotta scrap. We have to.
Hey, shout out my
There's
boy
no
Boo,
way.
man. Who you talking about, Boo, man? You funny, bro. He tripping. Hey, but
Uh,
look, though, I got one crazy moment I can think of.
go ahead.
I was in Tunisia, and what year was this? This was it? It was 2021. Yeah, I want to say early 2021 March.
Is that the Middle East or is that Asia?
That's Africa actually, and I
Oh,
wanted to say, thanks to basketball, that completed like all the habitable continents I could play basketball on. So I played basketball on 6 out of 7 continents on Earth. So I'm pretty much proud of that shit. You know what I
which one
mean?
are you?
So
Which one are you missing?
Antarctica, I ain't
Hmm.
hooping out there. So
Got
I done hooped
to
in
be a
North
trip though.
America, South America, Europe, Australia, Asia, and Africa. Proud of myself. But yeah,
No, that's a big accomplishment, man. A great accomplishment. We'll
it
salute
is.
that. That's
Appreciate you.
amazing, actually.
Appreciate you. So I went out there for like a couple months. Really didn't work out. Only played 2 games. You know what I mean? The crazy thing is though, like I like the city I was in. Shout out to Sousse, Tunisia. Everybody in Sousse, what up? It's your boy Big Deuce. I know y'all remember me. I was out there for 2 games. Y'all remember me. But yeah, man, it was just like a city on a beach, just nice and chill. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was around March, And, because we was in Africa, it's getting kind of warm. Like spring is starting to start back, and so I used to go to the beach. It was real chill, but the people there, they really support the local team. It was
Hmm.
Sally Twal or something like that, like some star, like Sue Star. But of course, they was heavy on the football, soccer. Uh, but they also supported the basketball team. And it was basketball season, so I think though because of COVID, they still weren't allowed to attend games. So my first game, I want to say we ain't had nobody in the crowd, but in the second game, like all right, so we played one game, and I think I had like 4 days in between, and so I had this young roommate of mine. He was like a super young dude, and he actually playing in the BAL, that Basketball African League for the NBA.
I don't, but
Okay,
continue.
but yeah, he hooping in that league. Shout out to my boy, Kala. But yeah, he told me like, yeah, the fans talking about coming to the game, even though it's COVID because we play our rival and it's a big game, and
We pulling
usually,
up. Don't
yeah,
matter. We
pretty much.
coming.
Usually that game always go down, go crazy. There's been some crazy
Oh
stuff that
yeah.
happened in the past, so they was like, forget it, bro. We gonna buck on the system and come anyway. So we get to the game, and sure enough, bro, it's like they let us in, but security is literally trying to bar off the fans from coming in. And so I thought that was just wild because we had to walk past the fans, and it was like just so animated and so turned up for us to win. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, man, bro, because like I just ain't been in no atmosphere like that before. I have passionate fans, but they were ready to die for that team, bro. Like they was on some, it looked like a revolutionary scene. The way the police was like almost about
Wow.
to club the people. Long story short, bro, I think it was a close game the whole game. The fans snuck in against the security, but it's not a lot of them. It's probably like 70 of them, which ain't a lot, but a
Okay.
lot. You know what I mean? And but they rowdy and they all together. So anyway, as the game goes by, they spitting on players. The players almost run up to the crowd and fight them. You know what I mean? It's really a hostile atmosphere. And so, like, basically the whole game, they was heckling them and spitting on certain players. So after the game, they ended up, well, at the end of the game, it was a tight game. They ended up winning by 1 point.
Oh.
So basically, fans were mad, they cussing, da, da, da. They speak in Tunisian, so I can't really understand the language or whatever, but I could tell they was pissed and not happy. And all of a sudden, bro, I see like the fans and the other teams started getting talking to each other, and I could just see all of them
Oh man.
trying to spit on it, right? And so like, you know, the dude's trying to run up, but security pulling them back, and then they like, all right, whatever, whatever. Next thing I know, somebody just throw a brick, boom, hit the court. Next thing, I see just a big rock flying. I'm like this, like, oh, oh, oh. Bro, fans just started just bum rushing the whole arena, bro. I'm running to the locker room, bro. I'm like, oh, bro, it's going crazy. Like, yeah,
That's
they try
crazy.
to tear up the whole stadium. So yeah, that was definitely a crazy moment because you see sometimes EuroLeague basketball, you see fans with smoking cigarettes, popping flares, uh, people
In the
fighting,
court, on the
people
court,
fighting
like in the
on the
gym.
court. Yeah, in the stands going absolutely bonkers, going crazy, and like it's different to like see it on TV,
And
watching it,
experience it.
but experience it. You see all the other small little detail, and you can feel the energy from it, and it's beyond crazy, bro. It's
That's what it
like
is.
they
Feeling that
love
energy. You
this thing, they love it, and they'll die for it, bro.
Man, the same thing happened. I remember one of those too. We beat a team in the playoffs. First time they made the playoffs in like 10 years. Popped them. Finished it at their crib. They're throwing like they call monetas, but it's like a coin, like a quarter or a nickel. They're throwing them at us during the game while we're shooting free throws. They got the light pointers pointing. I'm looking at my teammate shoot, about to shoot. I was looking at my teammate about to shoot, and I just see a green laser going in his eye. I'm like, these people are crazy. Like, so we beat them. Boom, we beat them, and we had to wait. It's like we could only take out 3 or 4 at a time. People are here, such and such, and I'm like, they capping. You know what I mean? They overdoing it. We had to stay in
Mm,
the locker room after the game like 2 hours because they only could take us out by segments. So the cop comes, she said, listen, she's saying this in Spanish. She's like, listen, when you go out there, don't walk, don't look over there. There's the big, it's like a big armored truck, police truck. You see the truck, just put your head down and run directly into the truck. Don't look, don't. I'm like, Cap, you know what I'm saying? Cap, there's no way that's going on right now. I walked outside. I walked. So when you walk out of the gym, it's like a gate that they won't let people in. So they pretty much blocked off the gate, and it's the opening, but the police truck is right in the center, so nobody could come on the side, and nobody could really hop the fence. They could just throw stuff over the fence. So I walk out. Me and my teammates, like 4 of us at a time, we walked out, right? And I'm like, I just see a swarm of people just come around the corner and run up to the gate. And I'm like, what they gonna do? They were behind the gate until I heard. And I was like, oh my God. And then I seen a big brick come flying over. Oh, I was like, yeah, it's over with.
man.
It just, but I took off, dove inside that police truck, bro. And you just hear just like doom, 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 like stuff falling on top, like they was really throwing bricks, bottles, like all kinds of stuff, like really at us. I'm like,
Yeah,
just
bro.
because we won, we decided y'all trying to kill us out here, throwing glass bottles, beer bottles, bricks. Man, that
It get
was
real.
crazy.
It get
It
real.
it,
Fans,
it gets real out
they
here.
ride for their team, and it's amazing to see because you would think, it's on some gang type level, almost on some mafia type level, like that. Now, I wouldn't say hatred, but it's
I
strong
love this
dislike for
game
the
so
other.
much. It's
Yeah,
like
I
they,
was about to say, we gotta throw this brick at you, boy. You beat
I
us.
gotta hurt you. You beat us. You think we're going? You gotta get it back in blood. You beat us. You
They
don't
really bang the
even play.
basketball team.
What are we supposed to lose? That's what we come here. We come to win.
They be doing that.
Nah, you got to
They
pay you
teams.
back in blood, real
Man, that's why.
blood.
But, that's why, what I mean? But so transition from that. Where we've been all around the world playing basketball. Our talents have taken us to some amazing places. What are some of the best like cities and countries you've been to since you've been playing professional basketball?
Oh man, to be honest, I thank God every day for the game of basketball because just to be able to get like free travel to go play basketball is just crazy in itself, man.
Hmm.
But I would say I'm gonna start with the team. I'm not team, but the place that I love staying in the most, which is Chengdu, China.
Mm.
Chengdu, China. That right there is like a second home for me. I love Chengdu, China, bro. Like that. I still got friends out there till this day. I
Mm.
still could pull up and I know how to maneuver. The life in China is just so much different from a life anywhere else. Of
Mm.
all the places, I think that's why I got so like adapted to it because the life in China is so different. It's like it's moving, but I've been to New York and it's not like that. They move different. In China, it's like they just moving. It's a calm, chill vibe all the time. I don't know. That's probably why I kind of fell in love with the city. I lived there for like, shoot, 3, 4 months. Came back
Mm.
again and stayed like another month. And it just felt like home is so
Mm.
huge. It's huge. That's when I played my first 3v3 tournament, FIBA 3v3. We won the Chinese circuit. And then when all the other teams came, They popped us because I'm like, we're not winning against these dudes. They
Man.
gave me a big fat Chinese dude and an old, super old Chinese dude. I'm like, but we're not gonna beat them. Like these are real professional hoopers, and we
Mm,
just got a couple of guys and say, hey, you go and win for us. Not here,
mm,
not here, bro. But it was definitely an experience. They had us like in the Hyatt. Like I'm talking about great, everything just on par,
mm,
gear. I was like, man, this city is where it's at, man. Like, it's
mm.
just huge. They got a real popular zoo there where they got like the red pandas, because it's like the city of the panda.
Right.
So it's got like they're supposed to have like these red pandas or something that was there. And I never went to the zoo. I all the time say that I know it's famous for that, and I still
Mm,
haven't went. So I gotta go back to go do that for sure.
mm.
China was definitely. What about you?
Uh, I've been blessed as well, man. Like I said, I've been to 6 out of 7 continents on this earth, man. I'm gonna keep flexing that. Uh, but for me, I say my two favorite cities I've been to has to be Melbourne, Australia, and
Mm,
also London, England. You know what I mean? Uh, and I throw Paris in there. I know it's so cliche to say those three cities because they're so big and they're so well known,
shoot.
around the world. But man, I've just
But
had
not
a
a lot of
good
people get to
time,
experience
man.
that though.
Yeah, exactly. And just being in a huge city and outside the U.S., like you said, like China moved a little bit different from New York City. Like, you know what I mean? And
Hmm.
that's how it was. Because I'm from Atlanta and I know how that moves. But it's just different to get a change. Just feel good to get a different change of pace and see how other people
Hmm.
live and see how other people view the world. And just like I'm into like aesthetics, so like those cities, Melbourne, London, and Paris, they're beautiful cities. You know what I mean? And like um, Melbourne was just so cool, man, because just I don't know, it kind of reminded me of American City, but it was on the beach and
Mm.
everybody was just chilled out and it was sunny. And yeah,
Is
just
that close to Gold Coast?
no, that's a little bit north up. Melbourne's in the southeast, like the bottom half of Australia. But that's where like Liz
Okay.
Cambage from.
Okay.
That's where Kyrie Irving was born. So it's a big, well-known city. I think it's like the second biggest city behind Sydney. But yeah, bro, the from top to bottom, man, Melbourne has so many things to do and see. Same with London. It's a historical city, probably the biggest tourist destination in the world. And I got to actually play for the capital team, the London Lions, back in 2016-17. So I was actually living in the city. I was in
Oh
Tottenham
man,
Hill up in North
people go
London.
there for vacation, and you go in there to live.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I got so yeah, exactly. Some people just get experience for 3 weeks, maybe a week, and I got to do a good 8, 9 months. And
Oh
man,
wow.
I ain't take no, I took every advantage of that, and I got to see the city and just probably did more than the average tourist or the average person that lives in London did in that
You
city.
got the
So,
time to do it.
and then I was out
That's the best
in
part.
Paris for a little bit as well. I got to see J. Cole perform in Paris.
Word.
Like I never,
Oh,
I never even seen J.
what?
Cole perform in the States. The crazy thing about it too, since I've been hooping overseas in my journey, I've been to more cities and like countries than I have to states and cities back home. You know what I mean? Which is not crazy, but it's just like you said, it's free
Once you
travel when
get
you
out of
play
your
basketball.
element, when you get out of your element, bro, and get into new things, it just makes you move a different way.
100%. But yeah, them three cities, man, I had a great time, man. Got the nightlife is crazy too. It's amazing. So I had a good time, and yeah, bro, Melbourne, London, Paris.
I when I was in Australia, I went to the Gold Coast, and we did whale watching. That was
Yeah, they
that
got
wasn't
whales in
as
Australia.
experience. We went whale watching on the Gold.
Damn.
It's called the Gold Coast. Yep.
Yeah,
You
Gold
going or
Coast is
you?
lit. That's like the Miami of Australia, but
Okay, yeah, we
yeah,
went there. I was
yeah,
there for a while, and then when we went whale watching, it's like you get on this huge yacht,
mm-hmm,
and if you don't see no whales, they'll come back and they'll refund you your money if
mm.
you don't see no whales. So we was turning around. It was like, man, we ain't seen nothing. Then all of a sudden, they just started to see them live. Is so crazy.
I bet, bro.
You know,
They huge,
I don't
bro.
care. Even like the distance that we was from them was kind of far, but you could still see like how massive they were. I want to come up like really close, but it's so intimidating because they're so huge. And you're looking, bro. That was definitely an experience. Going whale watching and seeing them jump out the water and move
You
and
saw him jump out the water?
seeing the size. Like, bro, probably one of the best experiences I've ever had, and that was in
Mm,
Australia. And we went to the Steve Irwin, um, like museum, not museum,
mm,
but park, because his
yeah.
park is still running. We went
Mm.
there, watched the Gator show,
And
and all that.
I
Like,
don't want to cut you off, but I gotta give a shout out to Australia as well because I played 2 seasons out there, and like you said, man, just being out there was amazing because they got. That's why I say Melbourne was lit because Australia is like a place of no other, man. Like
people
they got
don't
animals.
understand.
People
Australia's
don't.
different, man.
It's very
Australia's different.
different. I wasn't expecting. I didn't know. I didn't really have no expectations for Australia, but it definitely left a good impression on me because like they got so many different animals out there, so many things like you see on TV you want to try, but you can do it there. It's accessible there. You know what I mean? Like go scuba diving, whale watching. That's like almost in every city out there because like pretty much because of
They got
Outback,
like all the stuff.
they
Yeah,
all on the coast. So it's almost a coastal city in every city, bro. And like it's just
that's
good
true.
vibe.
That's true.
And
That
just
is true.
being on the beach out there. Whew, I mean, I just had a. I went to the beach one time like around like 2 o'clock, and bro, I just stayed out there from like 2 o'clock to 9 o'clock, maybe even later, just chilling on the beach, bro. Like,
Great experiences.
and I didn't even notice time was going like moving like that. You know what I mean?
Man, that's a crazy feeling to say, man. I was just out here chilling. I don't even know where the time, man. That
Yeah.
means you really living in the moment. Shoot, you got to be
Being in
sometimes.
I had to cut you off again, but being in Tunisia was lit too, because like I said, the city I was in, Sousse,
Hmm.
they put like they had me living in a little apartment next to the beach, so I was literally
Hmm.
in walking distance of it, and I used to go down there and meditate, bro, and that was a good feeling, bro. Just I love
That's dope.
because Atlanta's a landlocked city. We ain't got no water running through the city, no rivers, no lakes, no oceans. We go down to Savannah, but that's 3.5 hours. You know what I mean? So any cities with water running through them, London has water. Paris,
Hmm.
of course, Melbourne, right there on the water. I pretty much enjoy because I don't know, it just seemed to bring me peace, and then just yeah, good place to meditate all the time.
Um, I would say for me, another place that you know how you just got a mental picture of a place, and this is like that's Bangkok, Thailand, man.
Mm.
Bangkok,
I hear a
Thailand.
lot of good things about Bangkok, bro. Like,
Bangkok, Thailand is the most different. You know how you see somebody be like, he different. That's what I say about Thailand. It was absolutely nothing that I expected it to be, and everything more than I expected it to be.
mm,
I'll put it like that. It was
mm,
just like, yeah, I guess because their whole, what's that, their country is just so catered to tourists.
yeah,
Everywhere you go is like a tourist attraction, no matter where you are. And it's like extremely catered to tourists
mm,
all over. So, but in the city, see, in the city, they have a lot of flooding. Like one of the biggest things that happens when it rains, 30 minutes an hour, the whole city floods.
mm,
Like, and it's a lot of sewage. It's a
mm,
lot of sewage. That's the bad thing about like it's three things that they put like on the billboards. The three problems: flooding, trash, and traffic. From
Mm,
4 to 7, you're better than not schedule anything. The traffic is unbelievable. It
mm,
worse than any place I've ever. From 4 to 7, traffic in Bangkok, Thailand is horrendous. I don't
mm,
care where you're going. It's a 30-minute drive. I don't
mm,
care where you're going. It's 30-minute drive. It takes you 30 minutes. That's without the traffic. It's so
mm,
huge and spaced out, but it's really cheap. You get a lot of like knickknacks and what's the word I'm looking for? Like memorabilias, all those type of stuff.
mm,
Memorabilias. I can't even say that word. But
yeah.
Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand, and the nightlife. I've never seen anything else like nightlife in China.
Mm,
I mean, in Thailand.
yeah. That's what them boys
Like,
went to in The Hangover.
it
I
ain't
already know
nothing like that's what I'm saying.
I know it
It's
ain't nothing
not
like that.
nothing like that.
I know it ain't like that,
But
but
that's what
to
everybody would
go
believe.
there and be in that type of film, bro, that means it's a lot going on in that city.
Yeah, and that's what people always be. That's why we say, regardless of like we blessed. Why we keep talking about how we blessed for being like going these places and basketball taking us there,
Mm,
because a movie is going to just confuse everything about the experience of actually being there.
mm-hmm.
Ready to say, go there for yourself, and you will just be like, this is absolutely nothing like China. Everybody expects China. Oh,
Bro,
they out there eating dogs
bro,
and this and
everybody
that.
think the movie ATL, everybody in Atlanta skates. Everybody don't skate in Atlanta, bro.
No.
Cascade is real, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
People
man.
do that, but everybody in Atlanta don't skate, bro. Don't get it twisted. But movies, they definitely don't do the city justice, you know what I mean? They
Definitely
never do really.
don't. They definitely don't. But that it was nothing like I expected, and it was like I had such a good time because I think there I didn't stay still. Like most times I'll be at the crib after practice, but Wednesday to Saturday I was experiencing all the city. There's just so much to experience there. Like it's just so many museums. We
Mm.
went into this one place called, and it still scars me till this day. It's called the Death Museum, right? It's called the Death Museum,
Why
and
you
it's not
go in
like
there, Arnold? What's wrong with you, boy?
I got invited. I got invited. It's like so
Uh,
I'm trying to be like a tourist. Hey, let me experience all these different things, and so
that's
it's
true.
like it was just remembering it just brings back some crazy memories of what you see in there. Like you see the wildest thing, like 100 different skulls of where like people died from like getting hit in the head, and it shows you like this is what happened when they got hit by a car, and the like this is what the hole looks like, and then it's another person who got hit by a rock, and who you know what I'm saying, and it's just like 50 different skull types. They
Mm.
got like this plastered dude in there. He was like the first ever serial killer in that whole country. And so when they caught him, they like, we're gonna plaster you so you could be on display forever. So you
Mm.
never get peace. It's it was definitely a traumatizing experience, but very insightful because you would never, you know what I'm saying, you learn something
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
get to see
Yeah.
something you would never get, you know what I mean? Like
Mm.
it was a great experience. Traumatizing, but very good.
I feel
Both.
you. I feel
Gotta
you.
have the yin and the yang.
100%. But hey, brother, I think, appreciate you sharing. We're going to end it there on the podcast, man. Great chopping it
Dope,
up with
dope.
you, man. Definitely got to do it again, man. That's episode 18 of the Tap Show Live podcast. You got anybody you want to shout out or tell anybody about anything?
Man, just follow the platform Arnold Slots Podcast on all social platform. We just here every day, man, to just give y'all inspiration of the game, not just for to think that this is so bad. You do gotta get your mind right,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a great thing to play this game of basketball overseas, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Arnold's thoughts on all social platforms. That's all I got for y'all. What's up?
Yep, and y'all can follow me, TAAPathletics 22 on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We try to make it to 100K subscribers on there. TAAP Athletics, no 22 at the end, just TAAP Athletics. Make sure y'all subscribe. And if you already subscribed, tell your friends, your mama, your cousin, your dog, everybody in between, bro. Spread the word. And yeah, man, like Arnold said, man, for everybody chasing that dream of becoming an NBA player or overseas hooper, chase that dream, but also build your mental. Make sure you mentally strong. Make sure you mentally tough, because a lot is gonna come at you for asking for that goal. You know what I mean? The universe,
Hmm.
God, whoever you believe into, they gonna get that. They gonna give you that what you asking for. But man, it's gonna be a lot that come along with it. So just make sure you be
Boy,
ready,
boy, boy.
be prepared, and be tough. You feel me? So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna say my last plug, and you say your last plug. That was episode 18 of the Tap Show Live podcast with my boy 3-4, aka Arnold Stotts podcast.
All right, man. That's your boy Arnold from Arnold's Thoughts. Appreciate you. Deuce, y'all tap in with me. I'll be hosting this one on my platform. It's kind of like we still trying to figure out what we doing with this
We
joint
still
venture.
trying to figure it out, and it's a
But we
beautiful
here.
thing.
It's a
We
bit. That's
here,
what I'm saying.
we
But we
here.
here. We
We
show
gonna
up
look back
and
on this and be like, man, they set the blueprint, bro. You just gotta jump in it. Sometimes you
right,
might not have no plan, bro. You just gotta jump in and have faith,
right,
bro. That's what we
right.
doing,
You
bro. That's what we
and
doing.
I'm glad I get to do it with my brother
Heck
Deuce
yeah.
forever, bro.
Yeah.
I'll holler at you, man.
So,
Appreciate you. Till next time,
love,
bro.
brother. Until next time, I'll holler at you.
Lexus.